I guess I started drumming when I was in 5th grade. I had to choose between, back then I guess they called it chorus or band class. And after hours of debate with myself, I realized that my voice really sucked, and so I'd go up for a band. And everyone around me was like, yeah, but you can't really play anything, so why don't you just try percussion? So, percussion back then was, the xylophone, the bells, the crash cymbals, and the snare drum, the bass drum. So I did that, and that's really when it started, and I got my first drum set in 6th grade, and I've been playing since then. My biggest, honestly, inspiration would have to be Travis Barker of Blink-182. He's the reason that I started playing drums seriously. Like I said, around 6th grade, I got into Blink-182, and of course, then only being maybe even a year into drumming, I listened to his drumming and thought it was just impossible for anyone to do that. So I really would just go home every day, and that's how I learned. I would put on Dude Rancher Enema, The State, and just try my hardest to play, and of course it was awful, but I just kept going with it, and eventually, it kind of stuck. And then another drummer that was huge to me was Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters. Same thing there. I would just put in The Color and the Shape or any of those CDs and just be try my hardest to try to figure out exactly what was going on and what he was doing, just break it down. That's basically how I learned to play. First band I was part of was it's probably a Blink-182 cover band, Blink-182 / Green Day cover band. I guess that's a story for a lot of people, but it was called Boredom. It was Boardumb. In 6th grade, we were like, you know what, that's so sick, that's awesome, dude, because it's skateboarding, but it's we're bored with our lives, you know how it is back then. But so we would just sit around all day and cover Green Day, cover Blink, and it was just god awful. I find videos of it, and I'm just I'm embarrassed. My mom watches it. It's pretty bad. I would say one thing that I skipped out on until high school, which is very important in my eyes, is the rudiments and the fundamentals of drumming. Until high school, I had no idea what a paradiddle was. I had no idea what a 5-stroke roll was. But then I started marching band, and it totally if I was an awful drummer in 9th grade, by the time 9th grade ended because of marching band and all that stuff, I was not the best, but I was better for my grade, and I owe it all to the marching band and learning all the rudiments, starting off slow, and what I did by learning, like I said, I learned with Travis Barker and tried all that stuff, and that's an awesome way to learn. But I think it's really important too to learn the basics, no matter how boring doing a right left right right left right left left is. It helps so much in the future just to have that that hand control down in the chops. It's such a big help. So I'd say, as tough it is to start out with the boring stuff, and the fun stuff will just be right ahead of you. So. After Warped Tour, we're doing this to the end, so I guess mid-August, and then we're doing this Six Flags tour, which is really sick. It's basically we're going around to Six Flags and playing the amphitheater, and they give us all-day passes, and we get to cut to the front of the line. It's doesn't get much better than that. So we're doing that Six Flags thing, and then we're doing a headlining tour this fall, all across America. So hopefully we'll see you out.